I never thought that the fear I kept buried in the back of my mind would one day leap to the forefront of my thoughts, staring me in the face, forcing me to confront it. The idea of us falling apart is terrifying, and yet it feels so close, like a shadow always lurking in the corners of my heart. There's a heavy feeling inside me, one that I can't shake, like a constant reminder that maybe, just maybe, everything I fear about us is no longer just a thought, but a reality waiting to unfold. My heart races as I wonder whether we've truly reached a point where our bond is irreparable. I used to believe that love would always find a way, but now the fear of losing us is overwhelming. I can't help but feel that the cracks in our connection are deepening, and with each passing moment, my anxiety grows stronger, wondering if we'll survive this. Every conversation now feels like it's wrapped in tension, and I can't help but wonder if we're standing on the edge of something irreversible. The fear of losing us, of watching everything we've built slip away, is a thought I can't ignore. My heart aches as I face the possibility of what we may be becoming. I never imagined that my biggest fear would become my reality, but here I am, grappling with the fear of losing the one person I thought I could never lose. It's as if the future I once envisioned for us is slowly crumbling, and I'm powerless to stop it. There are moments when I feel like we're drifting further apart, and the fear of that distance growing larger fills me with a sense of helplessness. The thought of losing us is a weight that sits on my chest, heavy and suffocating, a reminder that love isn't always enough. What if everything I feared about us coming to an end isn't just a possibility anymore, but a reality? The thought that everything we've worked for, everything we've shared could suddenly vanish is terrifying. My heart races with uncertainty, and I find myself questioning everything I thought was certain. It's strange how the love we once shared so easily can now feel like a distant memory, like something slipping through my fingers. The fear of losing us isn't just in my mind anymore. It's a palpable presence in my life, one I can't seem to escape. I thought I was prepared for anything, that no fear would be too big to face. But the thought of losing what we have together, of watching it slip away, is a fear I never anticipated. It's a fear that haunts me in the quiet moments when I'm left alone with my thoughts. There's a deep sadness that comes with realizing that the thing you fear most might actually be happening. I find myself holding on tighter, trying to keep us together, but the fear of it all falling apart is stronger than ever, and it's hard to ignore the signs. It's as if the universe is testing me, showing me exactly what I feared would come true. The distance between us grows, and with it, my fear grows too. I can't help but feel like we're both slowly becoming strangers to each other, and it's breaking my heart. I never imagined I would have to face the reality of what I feared most: the loss of us. The thought that everything could unravel, that we could drift apart and become two separate lives, is something I can't quite come to terms with. Sometimes I wonder if the love we shared is enough to hold us together through the storm, or if we're destined to break apart in the end. The fear of losing us is a constant companion, always lingering, always whispering that the worst is yet to come. It feels like the more I try to hold on, the more I'm slipping. The fear of losing us has become my new reality, and with every passing day, it becomes harder to ignore the signs that maybe, just maybe, we're not meant to be anymore. In the quiet moments when I'm left alone with my thoughts, I can't help but wonder if my greatest fear about us is slowly becoming true. The connection we once had feels like it's fading, and the fear of losing it is consuming me. I find myself clinging to the hope that what I fear isn't real, that we're not really falling apart, but it's hard to ignore the reality of it. The fear of losing us is overwhelming, and I can't help but wonder if we're running out of time. It's a strange feeling, this fear that gnaws at my heart. I never thought I'd have to face the possibility of losing us, but now it feels like it's right in front of me. I'm trying to hold on, trying to fight against it, but the fear is always there, lurking in the background. I'm caught in a whirlwind of emotions, torn between holding on and letting go. The fear of losing us, of seeing everything we've built crumble, is a constant weight on my soul, and it feels like it's only getting heavier with time. The fear that has haunted me for so long is starting to feel like a reality I can't escape. It's like watching the love we once had slip away, piece by piece, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. I never imagined it would come to this, and yet here we are. I've spent so much time worrying about this moment, about the possibility of losing us, that it feels almost surreal now that it's happening. My heart aches with the thought that the bond we shared might no longer be enough to hold us together. The fear of losing us is overwhelming. I can't shake the feeling that something is slipping away, and no matter how hard I try to stop, I'm powerless against it. It's like watching everything I hold dear unravel right before my eyes. I never thought that the fear I held inside would ever manifest itself in such a painful way. Watching us grow apart is my biggest fear come to life, and the thought of losing what we had once seems like an impossible reality to accept. It's a terrifying thought, knowing that everything I feared about us could be happening. The cracks in our relationship are getting harder to ignore, and with each passing day, I find myself wondering if it's too late to save us from the inevitable. I never wanted to face the reality of my fear coming true, but here I am, watching it unfold. It feels like we're standing on the edge, and I'm terrified that one wrong move will send us falling into a future where we no longer belong together. I thought that love would always find a way, but now I'm not so sure. The fear of losing us is a constant presence in my life, and with each passing moment, it feels more and more like something I can't stop, something that's already happening. I can feel the distance growing between us, like an invisible wall that's slowly separating us more and more. The fear of losing what we had is taking over my thoughts, and it's hard to shake the feeling that we're running out of time. I never imagined that my biggest fear would come true like this. The thought of us falling apart, of everything we've shared slipping away, is a painful reality that I can't seem to escape. My heart aches as I wonder what happened to the love we once had. It's hard to explain the fear that comes with realizing that what you've always feared might be true. I feel like I'm losing us bit by bit, and no matter how hardly I try to hold on, it feels like it's slipping through my fingers. There are moments when I feel like we're on the verge of something irreversible, and the fear of losing us weighs heavily on me. The love we once shared feels distant, like a memory I can't hold on to, and the fear of what's to come fills me with dread. The thought of losing us, of seeing everything we've built slip away, is a fear I can't ignore. It's like the more I hold on, the further we drift apart, and I'm terrified that we're slowly but surely losing everything we've fought for. I never imagined that my greatest fear would come to life, but here it is, unfolding before me. The idea of losing us, of watching everything we've shared fade away, is something I can't seem to shake. I'm terrified of what comes next. The fear that I've been trying to avoid for so long is starting to feel all too real. It's like watching our love slip away, little by little, and I'm powerless to stop it. The thought of losing us is something I can't ignore anymore. Every day feels like a battle against my own fear. The fear of losing us, of seeing everything we've worked for unravel, is a constant presence that I can't escape. I wonder if we've reached a point where there's no turning back. I never thought it would come to this, but here I am, staring down the possibility of losing everything we've built together. The fear of us falling apart is overwhelming, and I can't help but wonder if it's too late to save us. It's like the more I try to hold on, the further we drift. The fear of losing us, of seeing everything we've shared slip through our fingers, is something I can't ignore. I'm afraid we're slowly losing each other, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. The thought of losing us feels like a nightmare I can't wake up from. Every moment feels like a reminder that the fear I've carried for so long is becoming my reality. I'm terrified of what the future holds for us, and I can't seem to shake the dread. I never wanted to face the reality of my fears, but now it feels like they're staring me in the face. The thought of losing us, of everything we've built slipping away, is a terrifying thought I can't seem to ignore. Every day feels like a new test of whether we can hold on to what we've built. The fear of losing us is a constant companion, always present, and I can't help but wonder if we're standing on the edge of something irreversible.